do the hokey pokey, and turn yourself around. Greetings, you paper tigers. I hope you're doing well. My name is Graham, and welcome to the Crack-A-Pack here on LRRMTG, brought to you by our friends at cardkingdom.com/LRR. You can get yourself a paper tiger and a rock lobster and a scissors lizard. That's the other one. This is the third time we've done a pack of Unglued on the show, so I had to complete that trifecta. This pack, by the way, of Unglued was given to us by Logan. That's it. It just says Logan in big letters in Sharpie. Magic the Gathering. In this strategy game, you play with decks of illustrated cards instead of a board. These collectible cards represent magical spells and fantastic creatures. If you haven't played Magic before, look for the Magic the Gathering Portal trading card game. Each player needs a deck to play. Okay. 10 bizarre and broken cards, a supplement to Magic the Gathering. This is expert level, according to the pack. Let us begin with... Denied! A single blue mana for an interrupt. Play... Denied! Only as opponent casts target spell. Name a card, then look at all cards in that player's hand. If the named card is in the player's hand, counter target spell. With the flavor text, don't worry about it, it happens to every mage sooner or later. Which, I don't like that flavor text when combined with the art that I've always thought looked questionable at best. Like, is that what happens when your spell doesn't go off properly? Ugh. This card seems very powerful. I don't actually remember now the difference between interrupts and instants. I assume that this has just been eroded to being an instant. There used to be a functional difference, but it's not important enough for me to retain in my head. So fight about it downstairs. We'll move on. Thanks, Denied. Goblin Bookie is next. It's a single red mana for a 1/1 goblin, and for 1 and tap, re-flip any coin or re-roll any die. That seems very powerful, actually. I think in sets where if you can put together if your play group is chill like that, and you have like a silver bordered or acorn, I guess, allowable pod or deck, and you've got like the die rolling deck, then you are definitely running Goblin Bookie. Because there was a bunch of die rolling cards in Unstable that were very powerful. So that's pretty cool. Glock loved bets. He'd sit in the bar all night and laugh and laugh. Hey, he still owes me, says Squee, Goblin Casino Hand. This features art by Claymore J. Flapdoodle, which for whatever reason was the unset pen name of Phil Folio. And who I don't know why decided to go by Claymore J. Flapdoodle in the unsets, but yep, there he is. I want to be like, oh, and then there's references on the card with these creatures that are, but I don't recognize any of these creatures. That bird has a giant human hand. There's a alien with a crown. There's someone that's all teeth. The one that's all teeth looks kind of like the demon in Sulphurous Springs, but that was also Phil Folio. So I don't think these are other magic creatures in the same way that you would expect this to be the case now, but Goblin Bookie actually seems pretty powerful. Oh, excellent. It's the Knight of the Hokey Pokey. Excellent work also from Kev Walker here, speaking of the art. White for a 2/2 Knight with first strike. And for 1 and a white, and do the Hokey Pokey, prevent all damage to Knight of the Hokey Pokey from any one source. The reminder text to explain what doing the Hokey Pokey means is you stand up, wiggle your butt, raise your hands above your head, and shake them wildly as you rotate 360 degrees. Now, is that the Hokey Pokey?
I think the Hokey Pokey is whatever you want it to be.
Thank you. First of all, I was watching an episode of British trivia panel show Only Connect last night, and they had a question about this. But of course, in England, they call it the Hokey Cokey. And That's already needlessly confusing.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No. But they did talk about doing the hokey pokey, the step of the dance that is doing the hokey pokey.
Wait, so you do the hokey pokey?
Well, you put your hand in, you put your hand out, you put your hand in, you shake it all about.
Sure.
And then when I was doing it, people would sing, do the hokey pokey, and you turn yourself around. And all you would do is just sort of like do this.
Correct.
Right. But I didn't realize that you could untether those and that there could be turning around and you could also do the hokey pokey, because there are different clauses in the song. Do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. And they're saying that doing the hokey pokey is you stand up, wiggle your butt, which I am confident is not a critical part of the hokey pokey, raise your hands above your head, and shake them wildly. Whereas the knight, as pictured, has the fingers, which I think is critical for the hokey pokey.
Right.
But maybe the hokey cokey is different. I don't know. You turn yourself around. Flavor text, that's what it's all about. All right. Organ Harvest. Now, that's just a normal name for a magic card, potentially. Single black mana for a sorcery. You and your teammates may sacrifice any number of creatures. For each creature sacrificed in this way, add black to your mana pool. This is just a playable card.
I was going to say.
This seems good, actually.
Yeah.
Especially in like Two-Headed Giant or Two-Headed Giant. Battle Bond. That's the one I was thinking of. What is this flavor text? Lucy, you've got some spleening to do. So like we're referencing Ricky Ricardo from I Love Lucy.
And this, like, I get both of the references, but I don't understand why they're together.
Is it because it's called Organ Harvest and they're going to take the spleen out of this?
Well, that's where the spleen comes from, but why are you... Where's the I Love Lucy? Where's that coming from? Is it just because Mark likes TV, like he came from TV?
I guess. Like, just because this was, what, 1998? So I guess referencing Lucy, you got some splaining to do is still culturally
relevant in the late 90s? I don't believe it was, but whatever.
I guess. All right, sure. I've never seen that card before. Growth Spurt. 1 and a green for an instant. Roll a 6-sided die. Target creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is equal to the die roll. More to love. Friendly, nature-loving, Bunyan-esque. Single eligible male. Is that what the E means? Elf. Single elf male seeks single elf female looking for a huge commitment. I do like how all of these, not all of these, because Organ Harvest didn't do it, but many of these cards mess with the card frame. Like Denied has more of the failed magic splooge on the rules box. Knight of the Hokey Pokey has like parts of the art that break the bound of the thing, and this literally breaks the card frame. And I think that's pretty cool. Also, I want to know who in this personals ad is looking for an Atog Prince. Also that there's an Atog Prince. Foul Play. 2 and a blue for a creature enchantment. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a 1/1 creature that counts as a chicken. And the flavored text, I feel like chicken tonight.
You said foul play, and I started to type out FOU, and then I realized, no, wait, this is the Unglued set, so obviously it's FOW. Yep, I was right. Look at that.
Do you remember the pervasive TV commercials for Chicken Tonight?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I can't believe we're referencing Chicken Tonight on a Magic card. Chicken Tonight was basically Hamburger Helper in a can, but for chicken-based entrees. If I recall correctly, I've literally never had it. I'm confident it doesn't exist anymore. But their TV commercials were like, had a jingle of like, I feel like chicken tonight, chicken tonight. And now it's on a Magic card. Good for you, marketers at Chicken Tonight. You probably don't even know or care. Flock of Rabid Sheep. X green for a sorcery. Flip X coins. An opponent calls heads or tails. For each flip you win, put a rabid sheep token into play. Treat these tokens as a 2/2 green creature that counts as a sheep. What is this flavor text? And their bleating was like a wet salmon slapped upon the land. Slap, slap, slap.
I mean, do you need me to call Mark? I got his phone number. So I could just do it if you want.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure he was responsible for all of this, right?
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm going to assume favorably that that's meant to be a weirdly placed reference to Python's fish slapping dance. Maybe, but it is so out of place on the flock of rabid sheep. I do like that the sheep are fully dislodging the expansion symbol, and it's about to fall off the card. Also, it's a little hard to read, the one that this one's drooled all over. Very, very odd. All right, we've got one more uncommon and then our rare. We've got Urza's contact lenses. 0 mana artifact. Urza's contact lenses come into play tapped and does not untap during its controller's untap phase. All players play with their hands face up. Clap your hands twice. Tap or untap Urza's contact lenses. Why? What was this? Was this the period of time where like the artifacts only did a thing if they were tapped? Because this is not like a mono artifact. Like it used to. This is only 98. I think they got rid of that by now. Because there used to be a thing where like a artifact would only do a thing if it was tapped, and then some of them you like couldn't tap them. You had to use like outside forces to tap the card so that it could actually be activated or deactivated. I guess it's that. I guess it's if it's untapped, then it does the face up thing, but it comes into play tapped, and you have to clap your hands twice. What does clapping your hands twice have to do with contact lenses? I don't wear them, but as far as I'm aware, you don't like put them in and then go, great, I've put in my contact lenses. I appreciate that they're labeled L and R in a Gothic script. All right, well, I don't need to understand every card. And our rare, Cardboard Carapace. 5 and a green for a creature enchantment. For each other Cardboard Carapace card you have with you, enchanted creature gets +1/+1. Errata, pasted over the flavor text, this does not count any Cardboard Carapace cards in play that you control or in your graveyard, hand, or library. It has to be other cards with you, implying that you should wear an outfit made of Cardboard Carapace. I would probably just put them in a deck box if I were to suggest it. I can't tell what specific cards this gentleman is wearing, but I'm sure they're meant to be specific ones. That seems very powerful and constructed, and in limited, a 6 mana waste of your time. And that was our rare, but very likely our most expensive card of the pack is Tom Vonnerstrand's Basic Mountain. This wasn't even remotely draftable. I don't think I should bother. I guess the sheep. I guess we'll take Flock of Rabid Sheep. So getting all these on Card Kingdom would cost you about $16, and yeah, 9 of that is indeed the mountain. So yeah, I assume, is it still true that Island is just the most expensive?
The most expensive land, yes, not the most expensive card. The squirrel token is more expensive than the island.
The squirrel token?
And the Blacker Lotus is the most expensive card in the set.
That makes sense. What's a Blacker Lotus go for these days?
$37.99 in near mint quality.
Damn.
Cardkingdom.com/LRR.
All right. I guess tokens are not guaranteed. I guess it was either a token or a basic land. This was the first time they printed tokens, though, wasn't it? Wasn't that the whole thing?
I mean, maybe, honestly.
I think this was the first time they printed creature tokens. So, and you know what rhymes with token? Kinda, if you squint. Logan, thank you for this pack of Unglued. Yes. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for the Crack-A-Pack today. Thank you all so much for joining us. A reminder that you can get yourself a Cardboard Carapace and all the other ones you might need at cardkingdom.com/LRR. And also that everything that we do here at Loading Ready Run, including this, is brought to you by you, be it on our Patreon or by becoming a member on this YouTube channel. We really appreciate it. Until next time, I've been Graham. James has been on tech. Matt edits these. Heather gets them online. Thank you all so much for watching and listening, and we'll talk to you next time.